Hello?
Hello. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Couch test? You good?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Perfect. So this is Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. The category we're going to be running is any percent pirate mode with out-of-bounds skips included. And on my coach with me, I have Cyclops,
Yep, I'm Cyclops GV.
who's going to probably be here for the next 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, get used to this ugly bug. You guys are going to see it for a long
That
time.
happens.
And then we've got Vesper over here, who
Midnight Vesper. Hello, hello.
saw a couple days ago run. What'd you run?
Karma Flow, the rock opera
Karma
video
Flow.
game.
That's right. All right. All right. So time's gonna start whenever I hit pirate mode. In 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Let's do it. Woo!
So we're already gonna start off skipping all the cutscenes and text. Just a single start press skips every cutscene and every text sequence. So the main difference between pirate mode and normal mode is you can think of pirate mode sort of as New Game Plus, meaning that in every one of the dungeons, you have to go find your pirate upgrade in order to defeat the boss and progress. But in this game, in pirate mode, we already start out with all the upgrades. So right now, we're just on our way to go defeat Ammo Baron because he is attacking the town. I'm gonna get to a little bit of movement text soon. Just a second.
Now, for anybody who's unfamiliar with the game, since he has all the upgrades, the movement tech he's going to be using to get around is going to be wicked.
Yes, yes it
So
is.
pay close attention because you can easily miss it.
This charge that I'm using is the fastest form of movement, and right there I just did a movement tech called the Risky Shuffle. It's very slight, so you might not have seen it. But in order to do a dash continually, in order to initiate a dash, you have to have been moving forward for a continuous amount of time without breaking it. And the way you execute that is by holding one direction on the analog stick and another direction on the D-pad, because D-pad movement or control stick movement overrides D-pad movement. So I'm able to alternate between them without losing my movement. So right here we've got the first boss, Ammo Baron. Already starting off with some good RNG. We're hoping to get some red cannonballs. You can either shoot black cannonballs, a red cannonball, or you can charge. And every charge he does loses about 4 seconds.
He looks like a rejected Metal Slug character.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can think of him like
It
that.
does, definitely does.
All right, that was actually a really good RNG. We didn't get any charges.
Nice.
So now we've got a little bit of downtime. Well, we've got a bunch of text cutscenes to skip through. We're gonna get the court summons because apparently Ammo Baron actually owns the town now. And we just destroyed his tank, so we have broken the law.
But if you own the town, why would you attack the town?
That's a very good question.
That is a very good point.
The mayor, I believe, just sold it to him. Wasn't too much convincing going on there.
Sounds like insurance fraud to me.
All right, and Shantae remembers that she does not have a bathtub, and we are going to get kidnapped by none other than Risky Boots. And she's taken us over to our uncle's place because one of her minions is stuck in here. As you can see, there's dark magic making its way over to the Tinkerbat. And in just a second, it's going to transform into sort of a mini-boss. It's going to break the glass, and then we're going to be free to attack it. Going to do a couple of jumps right there. And that's it.
Nice. Very clean fight.
Yeah, it's very clean.
Bit more text, and then we're going to get our magic lamp, which we're going to be using a few times during our run, mostly to pick up gems and to pick up these wafts or gases. This is the only dark magic that we're going to get in the run since this is 90%. And now we're actually free to move around. Yeah, there's a little downtime right now.
Perfect. So right, everyone in chat. Now, as you know, everyone who's donated so far, $25 or up, each and every single donation enters you into the raffle for the Joy of Kaizo custom cartridge that was made by Electronic Logic. Now, that being said, we're adding a stretch goal, another milestone to the marathon. If you actually help us reach $6,000, another raffle is going to be added for every $25 donation. So basically, you double up your chances of winning something, because every donation that has been made so far actually counts towards that raffle. Now, there are 3 tiers to that raffle. If we reach $6,000, we will raffle automatically a NoReset merch bundle. It's a bunch of merch that you can find on our shop. So the more we raise money, the bigger the bundle gets. Now there's 3 tiers. Tier 1 is basically, I'm gonna post it to chat obviously, but it's gonna be one of our Super Mario Brothers ball jump trick t-shirt, and with a matching little laptop pouch and a tote bag. And it's all made in Montreal, and it's gonna be shipped directly to you. If we reach $6,750, we'll add a pillowcase, one of those NoReset hats that you've actually been seeing me wearing the whole weekend, and our Montreal NoReset shirt that's based off the Super Mario World map. And then tier 3, if we reach $7,500 before the end of the marathon, then we're throwing in what we call the trilogy of consoles. It's basically 3 t-shirts where it's a Mega Man kind of level select, and it's either controllers, home consoles, or portable consoles. So if we reach tier 3, you're basically getting 5 t-shirts, the pillowcase, the hat, the laptop pouch, and the tote bag if you win this raffle. And it's every donation of $25 and up. So if you want to, add more chances, keep donating those $25, because if you donate $25 10 times, you've got 10 entries into the raffle. That's how it's going to work. So and that raffle will be done at the end of the event before we close the stream, so you'll know right away if you won. So if you're on site, I mean, you donate. If you're at home, donate, and it will be shipped out to you at a later date, and we'll figure out the specifics of shipping with you. We're shipping only to Canada and the continental US, so let that be known. If we have anyone watching overseas, you can still win, but you would have to assume the shipping cost, but that's pretty much it. So thank you, and I will be posting to chat shortly all the information with the detailed tiers and some pictures, because I'm guessing y'all want to see exactly what you're getting into. So once again, thank you everyone.
Wow, that's a deal right there.
For sure.
Yeah.
Alright, so in the sewers, I took there's a short way through the sewers, but I took the long way because I needed to get a certain amount of flesh pops in order to do some out-of-bounds tricks later. We do have one came up right now, or not right now, but in a few minutes. But I needed at least 7, and luckily I got, I believe, 8. And I gave 3 of those to Bolo so that I could move on.
I do want to point out that this is a game full of scantily clad people. You've been collecting items called flesh pops, and that joke writes itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
These scarecrows, I don't have to kill them because they do take a bit longer to kill. You lose a couple seconds for killing them, but I also have the chance of getting a really good item if I kill them, on top of gems, which are heavily needed. We're coming up to our first shop right here, where we're going to buy 6 potions, 3 pirate flares, and a super pike ball. And then before moving on, I'm going to make a little safety save right here because we've got a few out-of-bounds tricks in a row coming up.
I love the music in this game.
Oh yeah, the music is incredible, for sure. This game has some of my favorite music of all time. So at the start of every island, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a risky shuffle because there's not quite enough room to do a dash at the start. Killing these little red crab things have a chance of giving an item that I'll need later throughout the run. And if we don't get it, we'll just end up having to buy it. And here's our first out-of-bounds trick right here. It's called a potion drop. We risky shuffle into the loading zone, use a potion, and then we're able to jump freely and lose all collision and just go straight into the dungeon. skipping the entirety of Saliva Island.
Where we're going, we don't need walls.
Exactly.
No.
The scary thing about the add a bounce tricks is that if you fail any one of them, then the game soft locks, which is why I made that safety save. Got our second potion drop right here. Nice.
We don't need keys either.
We do not need keys where we're going. I don't think we pick up a single key in this run.
They're overrated.
They are indeed overrated.
Yeah.
Do some quick movement. And right here, I'm going to intentionally damage myself in order to do the auto potion skip here. Just an item, not what we want. Right, and nice.
Nice.
And we are coming up on our first boss here. I would advise you not to blink because the first phase is going to be over in literally a couple seconds after the fight starts.
That's where my missing eye went.
Yeah.
There it is, first phase done.
Nice.
Wow.
But we've got our second phase still. We're going to do something similar. And there it is.
Nice. Down thrust OP. Shout out to Zelda 2.
It's super OP. I don't believe that's the last time we'll be seeing it, but I'm not entirely sure. Seeing that little strat right there. Got a little downtime if you need to read donations.
All right, so we have a $10 donation by Mystery Hero who says, "Good luck, Jake the Snake."
Thank you.
I did it!
So now we're going to use the Pirate Flare to get back to the start of Saliva Island and head off to Spiderweb Island, our next island. And we are coming up on what I would say every casual player's favorite part of the game, and it's every speedrunner's least favorite part. Those of you who have played this game will know what I'm talking about.
Ready!
So to start off, we're just going to do a little cannonball right there. Make our way over to the other side of this room. There are ghosts in this room again that can hit me down when I'm trying to climb this, but luckily we didn't get hit by any of them. Gonna do another risky shuffle, a cannonball. Gonna try to break this piece right here. Gonna get this fossil, which we'll need for accessing the fourth island in the run. Gonna do another little risky shuffle here. The ghosts here are no problem at all. You'd have to go out of your way to get hit by them. Here we are coming up on every casual player's favorite part of the game, Run Run Roddy Tops.
Roddy Top's #1 waifu.
I don't know about that one, G. So
She's a fan favorite. Come on.
she is. So the story goes here that she gets kidnapped by the spider and she's all tied up in the web, and apparently her ankle is broken. So we have to carry her all the way back to her house. The reason why speedrunners hate this section is it's kind of like an auto-scroller. You can't do any movement attack at all. And if you die at all, then it takes you back to the starter room, as you see there. This first guy right here, we like to call the gatekeeper, because he has like a 50% chance to not let you through. You can also slip by these guys before they stick their tongue down if you're careful, like that.
Yeah, the movement to this entire section is very precise.
Gonna do a little, oh, messed that up there. Gonna do a little shuffle right here. I messed it up anyways.
So
but
we're doing $50 per death, right?
sure.
Play along at home.
I mean,
Messed it up again, that's no problem.
I mean, at least every death gets you into the bundle raffle, I'm just going to say.
There you go.
yeah, there you go. There you go.
It's a win-win for everyone.
Exactly. The more I die,
Except for Shantae.
it's definitely not a win for her. It's definitely not a win for the timer right there.
Yeah.
These little spike pillars, this is where a big part of the auto-scrolling comes in because we have to wait for them to go down and up.
just sitting here just grooving to the music.
Yeah, that's just why it's every casual player's favorite part, is because the music. It is really good. I will agree to that. But playing this section over and over again is not the greatest.
It wears on you.
It wears on you for sure.
Yeah.
Especially because, as I said earlier, if you get hit once, you get teleported to the start of the room again, and that can lose a lot of time. Just go slip by that guy. We've got some tombstone crabs coming right here that we're gonna just jump right over. Sometimes they'll stick their head out, sometimes they won't. Depending on how they feel like behaving, they can close in on me and kill me before I have time to jump. I'm gonna do a little bit of swag strike here, not get hit by those guys.
Let me know when it's time for a donation.
We got plenty of time for donations.
Awesome. So, Anonymous donates $1 and says, Anonymous with no comment donates $1 and says, we have a $1 donation from Anonymous with no comment with a comment that says, we have a $1 from Anonymous with no comment with no comment.
Shout outs to Anonymous.
I appreciate that donation. Truly appreciates that donation.
These robots right here are trying to kiss us, but we don't like that, so we're just gonna try to avoid them all as they meet their demise running to the wall.
They just want to give you smooches. See? Roddy Top,
Yeah.
#1 waifu.
I guess you're right.
Or hugs. Maybe hugs.
No, they were definitely smooching. They got the big smoochy lips. Look, smoochy
Also
lips.
kind of look like minions, too.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're not wrong. These are the little ghost worms. In this room, they are zero threat at all.
I could make a joke about what it looks like with their spitting, but we're not going to do that.
No.
Or just call them ghost worms, is
There
what
you
we'll
go.
call them.
Yeah, we'll stick with that. Try to keep it family friendly
They're
here.
a little bit of a threat in this room, but luckily we got a good global timer.
I think that by just mentioning, everyone thinks exactly what you're thinking because you just planted a seed in their head of what it is.
I think that's all I needed to get across, honestly. As long as they understand what I'm thinking about, then it's all good.
I didn't say it. They
Just say
just thought
Super
it.
Metroid over and over again really fast and you'll get jacked.
This is the very last room. We're trying to beat a little cycle right here.
First
And
we
nice.
got scantily clad women. Next we got flesh pops. Now we got worms.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So that's all of Run or Not a Cop. You just have to get into a house now. That's fairly good. No major hiccups towards the end, which is what I was scared of.
That was a very solid auto scroll section.
Very
I've seen
solid.
runs go horribly awry there.
A lot of my runs have gone horribly right there. Turns out Roditop's ankle isn't broken, and she was just lying to us the whole time.
As one would, as a true waifu would, actually.
Exactly.
Then you should just break her ankle for real
There you go.
at that point.
So we're gonna talk to Poe here, and he was wanting squid oil, which we got from Squid Baron towards the beginning of the game. And he's gonna fix up this carriage right here so that we can access this area again later on when we have to revisit it.
Shout out to Skeletal Horse.
Yeah, Skeletal Horse.
I'm gonna shout out to this shriveled thing right here, which has a unique smell. It
Yes,
smells.
It smells.
Shantae says she's gonna cherish it always, as any waifu would do. And we're gonna make our way to the second dungeon.
But the real question, what does it smell like?
That's a
Not
very
gonna
good
talk about
question.
that.
Probably smells like this dungeon right here, because we just fed it to it and it thought it was delicious.
So now what we need is a bid war for #1 waifu. The ultimate, definitive answer.
I mean, I know what that is, but you know.
And 2 more donations in. We've got a $4.20 donation by Electronic Logic who says, honk it all.
Honk.
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 I'm gonna do the second out of bounds trick of the game right here, if I can get the risky shuffle. So instead of using a potion, I'm gonna use a piece of food, which is gonna make us float instead. No one knows why. There's the exact same setup as a potion drop. But eating a piece of food makes you float, drinking a potion makes you fall.
Because reasons.
Because reasons.
Obviously.
The community has no idea why that's the case. But that's why I needed to get why I had to go through the long route through the series.
We got another $25 donation by Superfly, who says, "Yo, Jake, it's awesome to be watching. Keep up the awesome work. Pog, may RNG be on your side. Sub
Thanks,
45
Superfly.
and milkshakes on me."
You better keep your promise. All right, so we're coming up on our second boss right here. There's a little bit of a quick kill that we can do, though I'm not sure I'm going to get it too well. I'm going to be intentionally damaging myself. I'm going to be quiet for now. Nice.
Very nice one.
Very clean fight.
Yeah, that's a very dangerous quick kill to do because, as you can see, I'm very low on health. And if I did it properly, I would have had 1 HP left. And I don't have my auto potion either, so it's a little scary.
Tinkerbacks.
Now we got our map for the next island, Tanline Island.
Did it.
Gonna use another pirate play to go back to start. To the current island.
Tanline Island. This game really doesn't leave much of the imagination, does it?
No.
No, it really
does
doesn't.
not.
But unfortunately, we're going to be skipping a large majority of this island. Now, the enemies here, I'm going to be killing most of them because they have items that I'm going to be needing for the rest of the run. These little guys can drop bubble shields or monster milks. I got a beach chocolate right there. It's not really ideal, but it's just another piece of food. These skeletons right here, there's a ton of them, which gives me a large chance for getting a super pike balls, which I just got 1. Ideally, I'll have 4 by the end of this island.
Fun fact about that blade, it's enchanted.
It is an enchanted blade, yes. Gonna make my way back, hopefully get some more super pikes. And not too lucky there, but we can still get more. We've got our next questionable enemy of the run, who we're going to be killing quite a few of, because they have a chance to drop Super Monster Milk, which are the items that give me a damage buff. Gonna make a safety save here, because we've got a little bit of a difficult out-of-bounds trick coming up right here. Here's Squid Baron. He's sad because this island wasn't how he imagined it would be.
It was a nice vacation, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So normally we'd be going back and doing a little side quest to open up Tanline Temple, but we're just gonna skip all that. So right there, what I did is that at the start of a potion drop, you actually have a, you're able to walk, and you can perform a jump out of that. And then if I press my hair whip button again, then I can refresh my jump and gain a little bit of height, which allows me to go through that out of bounds trick. The Scorpion girl can also drop Super Pike Balls and 5 gems. Hopefully we don't get the 5 gems, but it's always nice to get the Super Pike Balls or the Super Monster Milks.
Chat says the Squid Baron's actually sad because you stole his shades.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I won't steal them next run. Now we have our third dungeon, the Catacombs. Got our next out-of-bounds trick coming up right here. Nice.
Nice.
Got a little enemy gauntlet right here. This is the only time you're going to see this Mantis enemy. Now I've got 2 of these girls. 6 quick cannonballs finishes them up rather quickly. Nice, we've got some pretty good RNG for the item so far. Gonna wait for 4 butt wiggles right here. Then we're gonna try to do a charge up a risky shuffle. Oh, I messed it up, so I'm not gonna get it. But if I did that properly, I would have been able to go through the whole room without getting hit by the crusher in 1 cycle.
Shout outs to Butt Wiggles.
Shout out to butt wiggles. Now we've got our 3rd boss of the game, Squid Baron. Gonna use this is the first time I'm gonna be using 2 power-ups to do maximum damage to Squid Baron.
He wants his shades back.
He does want his shape back.
Yes, yes.
He's mad. But luckily, he's the boss with the least RNG out of all of them, so he's not gonna be very difficult to take down unless I mess up. All right, so at the end of that, you might have heard him start another charge attack, which is a good thing because that means the first thing he's gonna do after we break his armor in this next phase is eat, meaning that we can just stack a ton of damage on top of him.
Hope that armor wasn't expensive.
Hope not. All right.
That is definitely a, I don't think that was a fart face.
Also, Shantae bosses have a history of exploding no matter what after you beat them. Now Squid Baron's our friend again. He's going to give us the map to Mudbog Island.
What a nice guy.
I know.
Very nice.
So, if I did not have a Pirate Fly here, this run would be completely screwed because remember when we skipped Tanline Temple earlier? Well, if we go back to the room that we did the little glitch in, then there's a hard crash, which is not good at all. So we're gonna stop by Scuttle Time before we move on though, to do a little shopping. Gonna buy 4 Pirate Flares, and that's it. And then we have to stop by here, otherwise we would hit the end of Mudbog and not be able to proceed. Gonna give Bolo the fossil, and we're gonna give him the shades that we stole. And now he's a super genius and can decipher it as a death mask. And now we'll head on to Mudbog. The movement through Mudbog is a little tricky. So hopefully there's no hiccups at all. But there aren't any out-of-bounds tricks on this island at all. It's the same as the no out-of-bounds strat. We're going to be doing a little hat fly, a couple cannons, and then we're just going to fly through the rest of this room. Going to try to stay through the center of this room right here. All right. So that's halfway through. This last room isn't too difficult. Alright, and then there's this guy who I believe his name is Hexer, but I don't even know. I don't even remember. Who we wear the death mask and then he lets us into the Village of Lost Souls.
We'll just call him Jim, it's cool.
Yeah.
He looks like a gym anyways.
Gonna make a little safety save here because I have lost many runs just moving around this area. There's a lot of places to take damage, and we only have 2 hearts, so we're very fragile. Gonna head down here and hit our first coin. There's a blue coin, a green coin, and a red coin. We need all 3 so that we can challenge the gamers to a game of coin flip. Gonna be grabbing a couple gems here. Gonna be heading up here to grab our second coin. I believe I have some extra food, so I can do a little trick here, and I can check my items as well. So I just pretty much ate the item right there. It skips the animation of picking things up, but I still have the item. Gonna start my risky shuffle a little late right here, because if I started it in the previous room, it would just stop it while entering that room. Don't know why it does that.
Yes.
The ghosts here are a little bit of a pain in the butt, but not too big of a problem. I have, okay. So I need 40 plus 75. So that is 115? Plus another 25, so I need 140. All right, I need 140 gems before I leave this place so that I can buy what I need from the third shop. Luckily, you can farm these pots here, which gives 30 gems every time. All right, and now we have to challenge the gamers. So we have to win 3 coin flips in a row in order to move on. Red guy got us. All right, so if you do fail the game 3 times in a row, then it'll always give it to you no matter what. So I'm gonna get it here now. It's a little fail-safe mechanism.
Yeah, I can see that taking literally ages.
Yeah.
Bad luck.
I
Yeah.
can see that too, yeah.
If the red guy just completely stops you all 3 times, and that's extremely bad luck. It's the worst you can get. So we got the hopeful flame, so we're gonna head right up here to light the fire. And we're gonna get a bit of a muscular silhouette. He's gonna give us some of his manly musk, which you're going to be using to open up this map's dungeon. For some reason, giving this dungeon the manly musk will, he likes the smell of it, so he's gonna let us through.
I'm sure there's a joke there or something.
The jokes kept writing themselves a long time ago.
Yeah, yeah.
This dungeon is gonna be over before you know it as well. It's a very, very short dungeon. Gonna grab maybe a couple extra gems right here. Gonna dive right through here, and normally this is where the main part of the dungeon is. It wants to do this whole elevator puzzle, but we can just skip right through it by doing a risky shuffle right there. Get another quick safety save here because this boss, he's not too difficult, but he can be a little bit of a pain. If you mess up once, it kind of goes downhill from there. This is our lovely friend Dagron, the massively misspelled monstrosity. So he's gonna go down fairly quickly. Do a couple rising hits right there. It should go down. It should. There it is. We do have a little downtime now if you want to read donations.
Tinkerbats.
We're going to get our map for Frostbite Island, which is the second to last, technically the last item, the last dungeon in the game, area in the game. We're going to get our Lost Soul here. And then we can't actually pirate play here. We're going to have to make our way out of the Village of Lost Souls. Oh, it cut it off there too. I don't know why. Sometimes it does that. All right, now we can pirate flare out.
Pirate flare activated.
Bye, Jim. It's nice knowing you, man.
Bye. All right, now we're on to our technically last island of the game, Frostbite Island. There's a little bit of side questing we have to do because we can't glitch into the third dungeon, the last dungeon, unfortunately.
Let's go.
So it's gonna be probably around 5 minutes before we actually get through. This is Barney. Say goodbye to Barney.
Good luck, Arnie.
All right.
He's the very first one. Oh my gosh. We're actually getting amazing drops right now. Those wolves have a very small chance, like a 1% chance of dropping items, and I just got 2 in a row, which is amazing.
Does that dude have guns for eyes?
Yes, I think so.
Nice.
Let's just call them guns. Gonna kill him. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Wow, this is like amazing RNG. Not quite able to get the 3rd shot, but very close to being able to.
Man, I love the movement check for this category.
Yeah, really.
It's amazing. It's super fun to do. Super fun to execute. Gonna make our way up these chains here.
Who climbs chains?
And no, it looks like you're hovering, but you're not.
We don't have time to climb chains.
Gonna do another safety save right here because we've got an ad master coming up. And like I said, if I fail any of it, then it's soft locks. So just to make sure, we're gonna do that. Gonna do another food float right here. You can also hit the whip and you can kind of move around freely. Nice.
As intended.
You could say she was literally walking on air.
Gonna do a little bit of a damage boost through here. Bolo's now working for the Techno Baron. We're gonna get our targeting module.
Pirate flare
Then we're gonna use
activated.
Pirate Flare to head back to the start. We're gonna make our way back to Spiderweb Island because we got the Lost Soul from Village of Lost Souls. We need to give it to our little zombie friends over on the other side of the map. So we're gonna give him our Lost Soul, and we're gonna get back Spirit of Joe. And you probably don't know who Joe is unless you play this game.
Shout outs to Joe.
Shout out to
Big
Joe.
shouts to Joe.
Earlier in the story, he was actually supposed to die, but we skipped that part.
Flare activated.
He got petrified into stone because of Sky's parents. So now we're gonna make our way back to Scuttletown for the second to last time. Gonna go to the shop here, and all I need to buy are a super pike ball and a super pike ball and a bubble. But since I have some extra money, I'm gonna buy 2 bubbles for the upcoming boss. Now, since we have all the items we need, we're in go mode, so we can skip killing any of these guys. We have to make our way back over to the castle, though. Oh, I don't know why my dash died there. And now we've got this this very muscular man right here. We're gonna give the enchanted blade back to,
It's my people.
and now he's gonna transform into this game's He-Man.
He has the power.
Just gonna do a little bit of a lineup right here.
Flare activated.
We're all
Good
making a
story.
joke about this too.
That guy's modeled after me.
Yeah,
I mean-
yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I see it. I see it.
And we're making our way back into Sky's room, where her boyfriend is petrified into stone. So we're gonna free him, and he's gonna break up with Sky, and she's not gonna be very happy about that. But we don't care about that.
That's no
Oh.
problem.
Yeah, yeah.
We're gonna give him our targeting module, and we gotta speak to him again, and he's going to fire the cannons toward the castle, but he actually missed and ended up hitting Techno Baron instead, which
Oh.
opens up the path
Gun eyes.
to our last dungeon.
Well, at least it still kind of worked.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of. I mean,
I want guns for eyes. I want guns for eyes.
Gonna make our way back to the front.
Could be
line.
interesting.
This is the last dungeon. by Barney. All right, and this is the abandoned factory.
Do we have time for a donation?
Yes, we do.
Awesome. You
Very
got
quick
a
one.
$5 anonymous donation. It says Speedwagon Best Wife.
All right, so we're coming up on a pretty difficult series of out-of-bounds strikes. I'm going to do 2 in a row. I'm not going to talk during them, but I'll try to explain what happened afterwards. And nice. So what I did there is I did a food float into a potion drop. You can food float to potion drop, but you can't potion drop to food float. So the reason I grabbed the second bubble is so that I could have dodged that attack, which does 4 damage. So a little quick hill we can try to do right here, but I'm not sure we're going to get it. No, we're not going to get it. All right. Try it again right here, though. Nice. Perfect.
Very nice.
Now we're going to be making our way to the final boss. The run only has a few minutes left, probably around 3 or 4.
Tinkerbats.
So if people want to get into speedrunning this game, is this the category you would recommend?
Oh yeah.
Well, so there's, as you know, this is out of bounds. There's also a no out of bounds category,
Flare
which I would say
activated.
is a bit more beginner friendly, and I'd recommend people run 80% Pyro Road, no out of bounds if they want to get into this game. But there's no problem with jumping into the out of bounds trick straight away. And I'll get more info on where you can find that after the run's over.
Sounds great.
We're going to make our way to the Lonely Grave. We're not going to spend much time here. We're just going to trigger a cutscene and then head back. So this is the Pirate Smash Grave. Sorry, go on.
Okay. So above the, I'll wait for Liz to handle.
So this is the Pirate Master who we're trying to stop the whole time. He's going to kidnap Risky. And then we're going to head back.
So on this screen over there where the building is that a goose?
I think it's a seagull. I'm not too sure though.
I'm just saying, you know, we have a very goose-related game earlier today. That could have been a foreshadow.
That is very true. So we're gonna make our way to back to the palace for the last time.
The colors in this level are just fantastic, very vibrant.
Definitely. Gonna do one last safety save here. Now I'm not gonna go below because the little pathway we broke through earlier is actually back, and it'd be slower to break through that than just go over it. So this is like one of the only few rooms in the game where you can do a food float without doing a risky shuffle. Oh, I messed it up there. Let's see if we can move around for you guys. We will make our way up to the final boss area. If we stand in this wall right here, should just go straight into the loading zone. Time is going to be coming up very soon.
Monster milk.
This is our Pirate Master. He's our main antagonist. The reason I have the bubble on this guy is because he has projectiles that do my full health bar, and I really don't want to get hit by those. He has a little bit of RNG with teleporting around as well. All right, time's coming up. Unless it, and time.
Time.
Very solid, very solid.
That's probably one of my best runs that I've had all week, so that's really good. I thought it was going to be much worse than that. But we got pretty solid RNG overall.
For a pretty solid run
Yeah.
overall, too.
All right, so I do want to give a few shout outs to the whole WayForward speedrunning community for really being warm and welcoming and helping me out learning this category. Shout outs to all my friends and family. If you do want to speedrun this game or any other WayForward game, you can join the WayForward speedrunning Discord. Just gonna go through these credits real quick because I actually want to look at the in-game time as we traditionally do.
Now I'm assuming that the runs are tracked in real time and not based on in-game timer?
Yes, they are tracked in real time, but we do also record the in-game time as well.
Okay.
Credits are almost done here. Luckily, we can just fast forward through the credits real quick. The holding X.
Take your time as fast as you can.
Yeah, we're almost done. All right, and 40:56, not bad.
Not bad.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right, thank you everyone so much for watching and donating. That's it for me.
Well, thank you, Jake, for an amazing run.
Thank you.
And thanks to your couch as well for all the support and the commentary. It was an absolute blast having you with us, and hopefully we'll see you again in the future.
Shantae and the
That being said, coming up next, we have Octopath Traveler, Stress the Story % on Switch with Zombie Mom.